What's good, y'all? Welcome to the channel, and today we are going to be starting a WWE2K20 universe mode. Now, with every good universe mode, biggest part of it is your brand split. So today we're going to be doing the draft. But the way I've done the draft is we've set it up to where we put all the names into a randomizer, and I've literally just randomized every pick. So I don't think the brands are uneven. If there is, we'll probably do trades throughout the year, but hopefully everything should be good. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. SmackDown has the first pick, so let's go ahead and start. Alrighty, and with the first pick, SmackDown gets the face of their brand, Seth Rollins. Alrighty, and Raw's first pick, they get the best tag team in the world and the phenomenal and AJ Styles. Alrighty, and with SmackDown's second pick, they get another face of their brand and the face of the women's division, the man, Becky Lynch. Alrighty, and with Raw's next pick, they get the Beast, Brock Lesnar, and Paul Heyman will be coming with them. And with SmackDown's next selection, they take the man Gravity forgot, Ricochet. Very early pick here for Ricochet, but I guess that's the randomizer doing its work. And with Raw's next selection, they take the artist formerly known as Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke probably one of the more versatile picks here because you could probably throw him in any division and him be successful. And with SmackDown's next selection, they take Andrade Cien Almas. Zelina Vega will probably come with him as well. And with Raw's next pick, they take the star of their women's division, Rhea Ripley, to match Becky Lynch on the SmackDown side. And SmackDown up next to pick, they take Limitless Keith Lee. And with their next pick, the Raw gets kind of a 2-in-1 pick here because we might just see The Fiend and Funhouse Bray Wyatt. Now, SmackDown with the next pick, and they take one for the future here, Bianca Belair. And with the next pick, Raw takes Tommaso Ciampa. Great pick. And with SmackDown's next selection, they take the first tag team not named the OC off the board, Viking Raiders, probably going to control the SmackDown tag division. And with the next pick, Raw gets another singles star, Velveteen Dream, probably the next big thing in terms of singles competition. And with SmackDown's next selection, speaking of up-and-coming stars, former NXT champion Aleister Black is heading to the blue brand. And with Raw's next pick, in the words of Michael Cole, the big dog is headed to Raw. And with SmackDown's next pick, they take Captain Charisma. And speaking of versatility earlier with Shinsuke, you can't get much more versatile than Christian. And with Raw's next pick, they take fellow Canadian Sami Zayn. With SmackDown's next pick, they take Eric Rowan. Pretty high pick for Eric Rowan, but Rowan has some potential as a single star. Maybe worst comes worst, so he gets put in a tag team. And with Raw's next pick, they take one of the most dominant women's superstars in WWE history, Shayna Baszler. Be a good rival for Rhea Ripley. And with SmackDown's next pick in this draft, they take Kevin Owens, one of the biggest and best superstars in the WWE. So a great pick there for SmackDown. And with Raw's next pick, to quote Kyle O'Reilly, they get Peter Dunne. And speak of the devil, with SmackDown's next pick, Kyle O'Reilly in the Undisputed Era. And with Raw's next pick, they take another NXT tag team, the Street Profits, heading to Raw. And with SmackDown's next selection, they take the Prince, Finn Balor. To follow up Finn Balor's selection, Raw takes Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano. And SmackDown will have another selection, and finally off the board, was waiting to see him go, the New Day. And with Raw's next pick, they take Dolph Ziggler. The mid-card title scene is starting to really shape up on Raw. A lot of guys are going to be competing for that U.S. title. And with SmackDown's next pick, they get a package deal here in the women's division with Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose. And wow, what a coincidence. After Dolph Ziggler, Heavy Machinery goes to Raw as well. And with SmackDown's next selection, they take Drew Gulak. Great pick there. And Raw, wow, getting the returning John Morrison and pairing him up with The Miz to bring back the dirt sheet. And with SmackDown's next pick, they take WWE's best kept secret, Buddy Murphy. And Raw up to pick again here, and they take a returning Rob Van Dam. Wow, what a pick. And with SmackDown's next pick, they take the Viper, Randy Orton. And with Raw's next pick, they add to an already very good women's division with Asuka, one of the most dominant champions in WWE history. And with SmackDown's next pick, wow, a draft full of surprises as Batista will return to SmackDown. And with Raw's next pick, they get Rusev. Wow, good pick there. And with SmackDown's next pick, Naomi. This randomizer has a lot of female superstars going before the 4 horsewomen, which is just kind of crazy. And with Raw's next pick, they take another woman that isn't one of the 4 horsewomen. The randomizer going a little crazy with this one. And with SmackDown's next pick, okay, they take one of the women that are probably warranted going before the 4 horsewomen, Ronda Rousey. And with Raw's next pick, they take the Dominator, the almighty Bobby Lashley. And with SmackDown's next pick, they take the Usos. Was waiting on them to go too. A lot of these tag teams falling late here in this draft. And with the next pick, wow, Raw takes probably the most dominant woman ever in WWE history, Charlotte Flair, hoping to add to her all-time title reign total. And SmackDown with their next pick take one of the biggest deposits of untapped potential in the WWE. Apollo Crews could be a huge star if used right. And with Raw's next pick, wow, I don't know how he managed to fall this far in the randomizer, but Raw gets an absolute steal here in Daniel Bryan. And to follow up the Daniel Bryan pick, SmackDown gets a pretty good pick of their own, Baron Corbin, this late. Pretty good pick. And with Raw's next selection, they get the world's strongest man making his return to the ring, Mark Henry. And with SmackDown's next selection, they take another potential star, a guy who could be big, Luke Harper. Hopefully we can use him right and make him into a good star. And with Raw's next pick, falling late again, somehow Raw managed to luck into the King of Bros, Matt Riddle. And with SmackDown's next pick, they will select Kairi Sane. So Kairi Sane and Asuka being split up between Raw and SmackDown. And now we wait to see who Raw selects. And wow, another star falls late. Drew McIntyre falls all the way towards the end of the draft. And SmackDown somehow lucks into getting an amazing rival for Becky Lynch with Sasha Banks falling all this far. And with the next pick, Raw will take the monster among men, Braun Strowman. And with the next pick, SmackDown continues to add to their already amazing women's division by drafting Bayley here late. And what will Raw do to follow the Bayley pick? They will take another singles women's star, Alexa Bliss. And with SmackDown's next pick, they will take the Mexican superstar Embuter Carrillo. And with the last pick of the aired selections, Raw will take Mustache Mountain, adding to the already great tag division they have on the brand. Alrighty, and that was the last of the aired selections. There will be 2 little lists following this for SmackDown and Raw each that shows the rest of the picks after this. But anyone else who did not appear on one of the pictures or in that list right there will appear as an NXT star, which NXT won't feature too heavily probably in this series, but there will be some NXT matches on pay-per-views for like the main championships and stuff like that. But yeah, that is it for the draft, and the first episode Raw will be up probably tomorrow, if not tonight.